big difference. Now it says, then all the people shouted with a great shout when they praised the Lord, because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. This I am reading from Ezra chapter 3 and verse 11. Now in verse 12 it says, but many of the priests and the Levites and the heads of the fathers' houses, old men who had seen the first temple. Now many of the Levites and heads of the houses, of the fathers' houses, old men who had seen the first temple, wept with a loud voice when the foundation of the temple was laid before their eyes. Yet many shouted aloud for joy, so that people could not discern the noise of the shout from the noise of the joy and the weeping of the people, for the people shouted with a loud shout, and the sound was heard afar off. Brothers and sisters, we see that an event is taking place. And what is the event? The event is the building of the second temple. Now in this event we see that there are old people, the old men who had actually seen the first temple. These people are actually crying, these people are weeping. And why are they weeping? I'm not going to go in scripturally into the First Chronicles, and I'm not going to go into the building of the first temple, because that's a topic in itself. But when the first temple was laid, the foundation was laid, it was grand, it was opulent, it was big, it was luxurious, it had all the bells and whistles of a grand building. But now when the old men saw the foundation of this temple, they were crying and they were weeping and they were sorrowful. Why were they sorrowful? The young people, on the other hand, are shouting for joy. They are full of happiness. They are full of joy. They are full of gladness. And why is it that they are full of gladness and they are full of joy? It is because for them they have seen what has happened to them in Babylon. They are coming out of captivity. They were born in captivity. They were born in misery. They were born in slavery. And yesterday they were slaves. And today the Lord has freed them. And now they are free people. They are in a country, they are in a city, they are in a house that is trodden down, that is broken, but at least they are free and they are not under slavery anymore. So for them it is a joyous moment. It is a glad moment. It is a glad tiding, and they are joy and they are shouting that it is broken, but at least it is ours. It is ours. Sometimes to have something less, which is yours, is so much more better than to have much but under somebody else's table. So we see that the young man, they are happy because they don't have the point of reference. The old men, they are crying. And why are they crying? Because they are crying because they have a point of reference. And what is the point of reference? The point of reference, my brothers and sisters, is that they have seen the old temple. And because they have seen the old temple, what is their focus about? Their focus is about what they have lost. What they have lost in our minds, brothers and sisters. We cannot at the same time keep two types of emotions. We cannot keep two types of thoughts in our mind. Either we will look at what we have lost, either we will focus on what we don't have now, or what we can, or we have the other way of focus. We have another perspective as well. The other perspective is simply to look at what is remaining, what we have gained. What is there to be thankful about? In every situation, my dear brothers and sisters, in every circumstances, there are always reasons for us to complain, and at the same time, there will always be things for us to be thankful about, and it is our choice what we decide to focus on. We can decide to focus on something that is causing us pain and grief and agony and misery. We can try to focus on things which we have lost, but if we start to count the things which we have gained, if we start to focus on the things which we have gained, we have realized Yes, yes, it's true. It's true. We have lost much. We have lost much. But it's also true. It's also true that we have gained much. I don't speak to you from a point. I don't speak to you from a point of theology. I don't speak to you from a point in which I am just talking about notes. I'm not talking from a book. I'm not talking from a prompter. I'm not talking from something which is written down. I am talking from my heart. I am talking from my life. Brothers and sisters, in my life, I have lost 7 businesses. And I don't know if many of you have ever done a business. Even to lose one business is so painful and so hurtful and emotionally debilitating that it causes us to go in a kind of a spiral. It causes us to go in a form of a depression in which we do not have the energy, the power, the emotional stability to stand up on our feet again and continue in life. I was only 20 years old when I started my first business. But the Lord, and that business was a gift from the Lord, and all my businesses were a gift from the Lord. But somehow the Lord had allowed me to go through circumstances. From a young age, I have been loyal to the Lord. And I've seen many worldly people. I have seen people who have been away from the Lord. I have seen people who don't even have half the wits I have, who don't even have half the wisdom I have, who do not even work as hard as I do, prospering more than me. But what the Lord has taught me is not never to compare, because all of us have our own journey, all of us have our own path, and we cannot look at the life of the other and let it influence our lives. Now, is this just theory? Is this just me blabbing? Is this just me mumbling and telling you something, or is this thought coming from the Lord? Not only have I lost businesses, but I have lost the most precious thing in my life, which is my 9-month-old son. The only son, the firstborn son. And the scriptures can verify that the hardest thing for the Heavenly Father was to give His only begotten son, His firstborn. The same thing was for Abraham as well. Now the people are focusing on what they have lost, and it is causing them emotional damage. My name is allendiwan, and I've been a restaurateur for 25 years. But the Lord has called me to preach the gospel now. Thus, if you have enjoyed this clip from this video, do please share, subscribe, and like this video. And if you want to see the whole Bible study, click on this video on your right over here, and you can see the whole Bible study. Or if you would like to see another clip from this Bible study, click on this video over here on your left, and you can see that video. Thank you very much. God bless you.